Kuza, we are more than willing to offer these financial planning lessons to the entire Harambee Stars team, and we're offering this for free. We believe they need these financial planning lessons so that when they finally exit the stage, they can live with dignity and pride because they planned. The Chan tournament has been very successful, especially for Harambee Stars. These young men have exited this tournament with pride at the quarterfinals. Their success has not gone unnoticed. So far, the president has promised them 5 million shillings, and the former prime minister has topped it up with 500,000, making it 5.5 million shillings. So the question is, how can these young men invest this 5.5 million shillings so that when they retire from active playing, they can enjoy their retirement having attained financial freedom? The current age of the entire Harambee Stars squad is anywhere between 20 to 25 years. And the career of a footballer is about 10 to 15 years, meaning these young men will be retiring at around the ages 30 and 35. How can they invest this money to ensure when they turn 30, 35, exiting active play, they'll be able to enjoy their retirement? Minus forming a statistic. We've had our athletes, we've had our boxers, we've had our footballers who, when they were actively playing, they were making some good money. They were living well. But the moment they exited the stage, they plunged into poverty. How can we end this narrative with these young men? At Kuza, we have a solution for the entire Harambee Stars team. The perfect way they can invest this money is in a fixed income fund, which is a unit trust fund regulated by the Capital Markets Authority, and it's a low risk fund which predominantly invests in government of Kenya bonds, treasury bills, and deposits with commercial banks. Currently, the Kuza fixed income fund is yielding 12.5%, but the long-term average return for fixed income funds is around 12%. There's tax, withholding tax on this 12% or 15%. That reduces the return to 10.2%, which is net return of taxes and management fees. So let's run two scenarios for these young men. Assuming we're working with someone who's 20 years, they've received the 5.5 million, and we're very hopeful these pledges will be honored. Because they work so hard, they can enjoy 500,000. They now invest 5 million in this fixed income fund. If this 5 million, then scenario one is invested for 10 years, earning a return of 10.2% every year for the 10 years. At the 10th year, when this young man will have turned 30, that money will have grown to 13.2 million shillings. If then they choose to retire, they'll be getting a lump sum of 13.2 million. This 13.2 million can be invested in the same fund. It will be yielding an annual interest of 1.3 million every year. We're still assuming the money continues earning that net return of 10.2%. The 1.3 million interests every year, if then it's translated to monthly interest, that is 1.3 million divided by 12, which then translates to 112,000 every month. This will be money this young person will be enjoying for the rest of his life. He'll be getting 112,000 every month for the rest of his life. When then he passes on, can choose to bequeath the principal, because he's not touching the principal, the 13.2 million, to either his kids or grandkids. Let's vary this a bit and share the second scenario. What if this young man reins in on his instant gratification and pushes this time horizon from 10 years to 15 years and say, I'm accessing this money when I turn age 35. Same 5 million invested every year at 10.2% net return for 15 years. At the 15th year, it will have grown to 21.7 million shilling. If then again he accesses this lump sum but still invests it in the same fund, it will be earning annual interest of 2.2 million every year, which translates to monthly interest of 184,000. That's the 2.2 million divided by 12. He'll enjoy 184,000 every month for the rest of his life. And when he passes on, can choose then to pass the 21.7 because it's not touching the principal. Can bequeath his kids or grandkids. And you can see the incremental monthly income for delaying access for a further 5 years. The incremental monthly income is a good amount of 72,000 every month. So while we've enjoyed this tournament thus far, and these young men have made us very proud, we believe they need these financial planning lessons so that when they finally exit the stage, they can live with dignity and pride because they planned. And at Kuza, we are more than willing to offer these financial planning lessons to the entire Harambee Stars team, and we're offering this for free. We feel compelled because we are a patriotic Kenyan company, and also we believe this will be a contribution and a good way to demonstrate our corporate social responsibility.